Hey everybody, it's Rob from Flailthroughs. This is Gundam Battle Operation 2, and this is the Full Armor Gundam Type B. It's an interesting machine. It's a Full Armor Gundam, only more so is the way I think of it. It has the shoulder cannon and the missile pod to the Full Armor Gundam. It has a arm-mounted beam rifle that has one more barrel than the standard full armors. It has twin beam sabers as opposed to a standard single beam saber. So yeah, it's got a bunch of the standard Gundam amenities, but just a little bit more. Plus, on top of those, it has a couple extra kinds of missiles that the standard full armor does not, including a couple of very, very large missiles that cause heavy stagger. So it's got a lot going for it, and it's fun to use. So this is one of my first rounds with it. It was in the recycle ticket store the other day. It's been out for, I'd say, a year and a half or more. But, yeah, just got it. Been looking forward to it. This is the Arctic base. It's an ace match. So since it's the Arctic base, we did the opening ring around the Rosie, and as the slowest mobile suit there, I got killed. Because that is how that works. It is the stupidest thing in the world, and people persist in doing it. But because everybody else does it, if you try and go off on your own, you're just going to get killed quicker. So you may as well try and keep up with the team, as I did. Big missile going out. Big missile missed by a mile. And shot around my allies to take that kill. Just because I could. And yeah, 3150 to 2075. Not a bad start. There's one person over there who's a little bit isolated. I'm going to try and back them up from a distance. Going to use the other big missile as they come through. Missed again by a mile. Still getting the hang of those. Near the end of the match, I do better with it. That's the other missile launcher that is unique to the B. And yeah, also the triple beam rifle also has fairly good range, which is nice. So, but that person's in a great position, so I will try and kill them. Let's see, those missiles are ready. Let's see, can I do it? I can do it. All right, that's good. And the shoulder cannon really does hit hard. I wish I'd thought to spend on the recycle tickets for this on the account where I have the level 5 ranged part. This is the one where I have the level 5 melee part, which for obvious reasons not on here. But yeah, the level 5 ranged part would make this even more terrifying. I would love to have it. But just looking to make my shots. Missed that one. And let's see. Just trying to line up a shot, but they're playing it careful around that staircase, as they should. Instead of aiming for the person on the ground, I should have aimed for the person up on the scaffolding, because that was a much easier shot, and I ignored it. Foolish. See, there's those missiles, which, hit the bridge. That was very useful. And just spraying missiles, because they're pretty much spray-type missiles, but... And now firing very carefully, because it's a triple firing beam rifle, but realistically it takes maybe 4 shots to overheat, so you have to be very careful with it. Mark II is up on me. There's only 2 people in play, me and Ivosky, so I'm not going to get any help. But if I'm careful, I might be able to get this Mark II. Whiffed this, and now I'm probably going to get killed again, but I'm going to fight on my way out. 1, 2. Got it. Okay, yeah. Okay, somebody did show up and help me. I believe it's fellow Mark II. Fellow to the one I just killed. Missed with my beam sabers by a mile. Had no legs. Tried to boost. Landed heavy and am dead. It made up the difference between our scores and then some, since I last looked at them. But there's 1 minute left until ace selection. I've gotten 2 or 3 kills. It could be me. I forget. I think it's me. But I hope so anyway. But, yeah. Like I said, I'm enjoying this. I've already been killed twice, which, not terrible for a support on a map this small, really. And there's a good shot if I can get it, and I'm taking it, and took it. Yeah, so that ups my chances of ace hood fairly well. And I'm going to get the big missile ready and see if I can find a place to plant it. Right now, I think all the enemies are waiting to respawn. They will probably do so in tandem, because that's the wisest way to do it, especially on this map. So I'm not going to get too close waiting for them. I'm going to head back here with the rest of the team, because that's the best thing I can be doing. Number 5 is... Okay, no, number 1 is the Vosky. They are over towards the enemy base. That's not a bad place to be. Yeah, basically, somebody just said, Ace can handle this. Leave the kills for the Ace, essentially. And, yeah, roger that, I say. full well knowing that I expect it could well be me. And is. Yeah, so there is the enemy ace, who is about to hopefully get a big missile. And did 4,000 damage. Not bad. And yeah, they are in a fairly narrow space, and I have splash damage, so as you can see, that is a pretty ideal situation for me. I may be hemming in our Vosky, unfortunately, and I also blew up the rocket, but it's a relatively good spot. I'm doing what I can do. I am way too far away from my allies, to be honest, because if one person decides to chase me down and isolate me, or, you know, 3, which is what we're looking at here, I'm in a bad spot. But got that person on the way out at least, so. And I am sending for help, like, constantly here, because, yeah, if somebody shows up, that would be great. Camphor showed up. They got countered. I am going to deal with my fellow Type B, and I'm going to stun them and then work on the other person that I can do more damage to, and hopefully keep keep them off the camphor. I am dead, which is a shame, but did pretty good damage on my way out. Hopefully enough to get some assists as time goes on here. Enemy ace destroyed an ally. Enemy ace is a Mark II. Yeah, our team was a little bit split up, and I think is got kind of isolated and killed. The Nightseeker Vosky, though, is retreating because I think someone knows it's in the trench, or might, but also realizes they don't need to be chasing it that far. So I'm just waiting for the last person to get in, because if we coordinate, we can take this. We're only 3,000 points behind. That's at 500. That's like 2 kills, 1.5 kills with assists, and I see at least one person with very low health. Okay, yeah, I remember now. This was one of the reasons I kept this. There's the ace repairing, which usually not a bad plan, but kind of left them very vulnerable to me. And there's also somebody else that was down there repairing, and boom. And more boom. And yeah, so got an assist. A perfect world, they would have left that for me, but I got another kill anyway, and now this last person I'm about to get also, because they were isolated and are now dead. Might get that one too if I'm lucky. Gonna use the beam rifle for it, because it's the fastest firing thing I have. Just waiting, and they've gone far enough over, I have an opportunity to get down there, which I'm taking. And I should just charge in and tackle, but they're kind of eyeing me now, and I'm not sure if they're a raid or not, so I'm trying not to be too reckless. I've kind of given up on the micro missiles because they hit the roof, but yeah, got that person too. So now all we have to do is play defensively for 15 seconds, and we've got this. So, yeah, so that was just a... You know, we caught up. We probably would have caught up anyway, because we spawned together, which is always a recipe for success. But also, we just managed to capitalize on a severe tactical miscalculation on the enemy team's part. Getting the ace repairs is good, but on a map this small, as you can see, it's not the best idea, because somebody can just waltz over and, you know, splash damage you to death, and the enemy ace had tons of splash damage. 9,600 points, half the team's score for me, 9 kills and 3 deaths, so yeah, I'd say that was a pretty solid performance with the support on a small map, especially one I was playing on my, first or second round? So yeah, I'm pretty happy with that one. And that is going to do it for today's Gundam Battle Operation 2. We will be back soon with more, so till next time, everybody take care and have fun. Later! It's nice to have all of the full armor types now, because that was the only one I was missing. Well, full armor Gundam types, because of course the Hyakushiki Kai is now in the game, and I don't have that yet, so hopefully soon.